This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you in part by Telex, the interconnection company, owners and operators of 56 Marietta, the most network-rich co-location facility in the Southeast. Tag TV and Tag Radio. Technology now has a voice of innovation and information. Get it on www.tagtvonline.com. Georgia-based solutions, presented to an exclusive group of CIOs, CTOs, and information managers. The one event every year with a single focused purpose, to connect pre-qualified tag member companies with Georgia technology buyers. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. I'm your guest host, Frank Baia. It's time to connect Georgia, now more than ever. A unique opportunity for our community-leading CIOs to hear from TAG working member sales and service companies based right here in Georgia. For our TAG member vendors, this is the ultimate opportunity in challenging economic times to be selected to present their solutions to a prestigious group of high-potential buyers. To add to the networking and fellowship after the presentation event, C-level execs and top vendor participants will come together in a one-of-a-kind cocktail reception for an opportunity to visit, this time up close and personal. Leading this crucially important economic development initiative for TAG is the 2009 Connect Georgia Organizing Committee Chair and today's Tech Talk guest, Kevin Abel, founder and president of Abel Solutions. Founded with his wife Cindy in 1997, Abel Solutions employs innovative technologies to increase the productivity of business by making the right information available to the right people at the right time. A Microsoft Gold certified partner, Abel Solutions is widely recognized for their SharePoint-based solutions, custom application development, and innovative delivery methodology. Active community leaders, Kevin and his wife Cindy, are longtime supporters of Hands-On Atlanta as both corporate sponsors and board members. He has been the chair of the Young CEO Roundtable since 2001, the elite organization of Jewish CEOs that run companies with sales in greater than $1 million. Previously a finalist for the Atlanta Small Business Person of the Year and named to the Georgia Trend 40 Under 40 list. Past chair of the Metro Atlanta Chamber Small Business Council, member of the Leadership Atlanta Class of 2006, and a continuously prestigious list of community service and leadership that is both outstanding as it is impressive. Connecting Georgia. If you are a Georgia-based CIO or CTO focused on making our future in Georgia bigger and brighter than ever, or you're a top vendor ready to do business with the best in our state, this Tech Talk is all for and all about you. As we find out all the plans and details for the upcoming 2009 Connecting Georgia event with Abel Solution President and State Technology Community Activist, Kevin Abel. Kevin, welcome to Tech Talk.
Thank you, Frank. Nice to be here.
Well, let's get into the particulars. Obviously, this Connecting Georgia is great stuff. It's probably more important this year than it has been in the past, but give us a little idea about how the program was created.
Well, the program was created because you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of companies, small companies, providing technology services and products in the Georgia area. And then you've got CIOs and CTOs and IT leaders who are making purchase decisions, and quite frankly, they really do want to do business locally where they have that opportunity, but just don't have the exposure to these companies or the knowledge of who's providing what services locally. So definitely an opportunity to bring the two parties together.
I can't think of a more natural thing for TAG to be involved in. You as the chair of the organizing committee, you can probably go into some of the specifics in terms of how does the focus, for example, get chosen each year, and what are the particulars about that?
Well, that's a great question. You know, at any given time, you know, what's hot and what the top priorities are for CIOs is going to change. Certainly, you know, the needs of CIOs are not going to be consistent across the different industry sectors and sizes of companies, but there are reports out there. Gartner, Forrester put out reports on what the top CIO needs are. Mm-hmm. And what we've done is we've put together a questionnaire for the CIOs that gets distributed both through the GCLA and the SIM environments where the CIOs are connecting. And we basically asked them to rank the different areas that are of the most interest to them, and then just pick the top 3 or 4 and focus the event for that particular time period that way.
You know, I was reading an article from a national publication that was talking about the economic impact, the actual multiplier effect of shopping local, and the reality of how much it can make a difference. I mean, just in fact, the numbers were really astronomical. So it isn't just about the opportunity to get involved with some really great vendors and some really great potential CIOs and CTOs, which, as you point out, you'd probably never in this day and age be able to get access to in a lot of cases because everyone is so busy. But it's that underlying really special effect that if we can really focus all of this energy on doing business locally, what it could potentially mean to the local economy. Let's talk a little bit about the target audience for the presentations this year. Just exactly what is it that your guys have identified as being the areas chosen?
Well, the areas chosen for the upcoming event, which is on December 10th, are reporting and analytics, and business continuity and disaster recovery, and information lifecycle management, and finally ETL tools, which is extract, transform, and load tools for the business intelligence space. So business intelligence and data warehousing seems to have come to the top of the list in terms of the main categories here, and then business continuity is always right up there in terms of what CIOs are focusing on.
Now, let's get into a little bit about the benefits of presenting companies, but before we do that, if I want to present, am I still able to do that? Can I still make the deadline, and how do I submit to be considered?
The RFP process, it's a formal, well, it's a relatively simple RFP or request for proposal to fill out, but the process itself is formalized, and any TAG members at a certain level are able to respond to the RFP and submit their company for consideration to present. The deadline has passed for this year. I must admit, I'm not sure if they are still opening, so if the deadline was extended, but with the December 10th event coming up, in just a couple of weeks, that process has already passed. But we do the event twice a year, and so there'll be information going out in the next few months about the next cycle.
And you talk about information now. Again, obviously for our listeners, tagonline.org, and you're going to find that probably under events, and I believe the events list Connecting Georgia or Connecting Georgia companies, so that you can get a lot more details. And obviously, even if the deadline is passed, I would submit that it's probably a good time for you guys to make contact anyway, just to get through the process and see if there's any opportunity to participate. But like you say, to get information as far as the next company is concerned, the next event is concerned. Let's talk a little bit about the benefits. I think they're pretty obvious. I mean, if I'm a presenting company, it's pretty clear that I'm going to get a real chance to, you've outlined some pretty strong specifics, and I'm talking about specifics to specific people. But from your perspective, Kev, give us a little idea on the benefits for presenting companies.
Well, sure. Like you say, I mean, it at one level it's pretty self-evident. I mean, you've got a company who generally is going to have a very difficult time, getting past the gatekeepers of some of these CIOs at these larger companies in the Atlanta area. So not only are you getting a chance to present to them, but you're getting a chance to present to them about a topic that they are very interested in at that point in time, very interested in making a purchasing decision within the next few months. So not beyond that, you're also going to have the opportunity for feedback, because we asked the CIOs at the event to provide some feedback in a response at the end of the event, not only on what they learned and what they were interested in, but their willingness to receive a call from the specific vendors. So you couldn't ask for a better, richer space to do some marketing and selling as a small company.
Oh, really? Now, tell me a little bit now, I'll claim ignorance here, the actual structure of the event. Is it closed-door presenter CIOs only, or can there be an audience? And maybe give us a little bit of an idea about the reception. I understand there's the possibility of having exhibits there. Do you have to be a presenter to be an exhibitor?
Okay, good question. So there are, I would say, three roles or three types of members of the audience. You've got the CIOs themselves, of course, and then you've got the presenters, and then the presenters have the opportunity to exhibit, and sponsors of the event are also given the opportunity to attend and exhibit. Beyond that, the event is closed. It does provide for the CIOs an opportunity to network in a way that allows them to network amongst each other as well as with the presenting companies. So it's
what a great opportunity for sponsors in terms of just pure altruism. I mean, I'm sure there's great opportunity to sell products and services, but they're stepping up to the plate and saying we want to help generate activity in a time when activity needs to be generated. Give us an idea about the benefits for the CIO attendees. Obviously, there's a certain amount of filtering that's going on, a little bit of speed in terms of being able to get to the best potential solutions at the easiest method. A little bit more about the benefits to CIOs?
Sure. So you've got, just like you said, the opportunity to hear information on local companies addressing needs that are at the top of their list. So, right there you've got the highlighting of their specific interests. You've got the presenting companies already vetted, which is an important factor because you're going to have a number of companies responding and wanting to present. And part of the process that TAG provides is to vet through these respondents and just get the cream of the crop, those that are going to be most beneficial and valuable to the CIOs. So another benefit. And then finally, it is the opportunity for the CIOs to network amongst themselves, compare notes, have a glass of wine or beer, and chat during the breaks.
Sure, I hadn't even thought about that aspect of it, but that's got to be great. There's not too many opportunities outside of just personal friendships that they really do get a chance to collaborate like that. Okay, so again, it's the Connecting Georgia event. It's happening this December 10th. One thing, again, you might just quickly go through the criteria real fast one more time, the actual, what are the areas that are focused this year?
The focus for this particular event are reporting and analytics, business continuity and disaster recovery, information lifecycle management, and ETL tools for extract, transform, and load.
And if I'm a CIO or a CTO that's listening right now and haven't already signed up, can I still sign up to participate?
Absolutely. We're very excited to get as many of the CIOs and CTOs from the community to attend the event.
Well, we've been talking to Kevin Abel, president of Abel Solutions and also chairman of the organizing committee for the Technology Association's 2009 Connecting Georgia event. Kevin, number one, thank you guys for putting this event together at a time when we need to do business to make things happen. And also, thank you for joining us today on Tech Talk.
Thank you, Frank. I enjoyed it.